Hello, everyone. We're waiting for Andrew. You can see his chair is empty. Let's forget about Andrew. Let's get started. Hopefully, you all can hear me. How is the sound and the video? And what you can see in the background is the gaming platform that Andrew has been working on. You can see Spectra signed up already. Let me all get you a link. So if you want to take part in the quiz, log in with your Facebook and yeah, you can answer your questions online. If you don't want to log in, we only support Facebook at the moment. If you don't want to log in, then you can do it with pen and paper. But it'll be fun to see the results and play kind of in real time on this platform that Andrew's built. Yes, I did have a bit of a chop. You know, it is the season for the chopping, right? so, but I hope you're all doing. This is the first time we use this platform form for real. Last week, we used it just to display the questions, but we didn't use it to capture the answers. So this is that no one logged in. It was just all publicly available. Now you have to log in to see the game. So hopefully it will work. We will see. You are our guinea pigs. And how is everyone doing? Jennifer, how are you? I hope you're going well, and I hope you're still enjoying all your learning. I plan to do live streaming on my channel starting tomorrow again, doing some coding, doing some Eddie show, as Andrew and everyone always says. But we'll be getting back into it. So I'm really excited. I've really missed you all. I've missed the community, and I want to get back into the coding. Right, Andrew, where are you? We want to get started. We have 5 rounds for you this week. So we have 2 rounds from Andrew. So first round's mine, I think, general knowledge kind of questions. Second round's picture round of Andrew, if I remember correctly. We can actually check. I go to edit game, which you won't be able to see. But yeah, general knowledge. And then picture rounds, Andrew's. And then I have software acronyms, which is my round. And then we have Andrew's gaming round. And then we have a fintech guest round by Dan. So he did a guest round on fintech. So we thought that would be quite interesting to see. So I can see Ethan is now signed in to the platform. Jennifer says she's good. She has a smart contract on GitHub. Oh, nice. You need to share that in my Discord, and I need to have a look at that. That sounds awesome.
Okay, we gonna go?
Did we dev the platform? Yes, Andrew did. I've kind of done one little feature, but it still hasn't been merged in yet, so I don't think it counts. Andrew has done all the work on this.
Oh yeah, we need to merge that, don't we? Because it's got the
Don't merge it now. Don't worry, it's fine.
It's got the quiz numbers on it. Okay,
It does.
I'll try and do that on the slide because we might want to get that during it, but we'll try and cope with that.
Okay. So yes, fintech guest questions. I don't know what the questions are like. I haven't seen them, but Andrew has. So hopefully they are okay. And hopefully my headphones are nicely hidden. I've got some like disguised security headphones. Right, Andrew, how does this platform work? I don't even know.
Are we actually live?
Yeah, we're live. We are live, I hope.
Good.
And this platform is open source. At the end, I will get the GitHub link. So if you do want to have a look and make any contributions, suggestions, log any ideas, defects that you noticed, let us know. Like for example, one I think would be good is to change these into actual faces rather than leave it at that. It's just little things like that, but I think it's the polish. So only Eddie is live. No, Andrew is live too. And I think you can hear Andrew, right?
We are live. I hope my sound's working. I've been rushing around like all day. It's been an absolutely manic day. So yeah, did manage to get some questions in at least. Only Eddie is live. Good, that's fine. Only Eddie needs to be live. He can do the entertaining while I fix the code. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
You entertain and I do.
I'm the front of house. Andrew does all the hard work. Awesome. Okay, Andrew, let's get started. Who else needs to sign in so they can join the game?
Shared the link out.
I've shared.
Have you shared the link?
I have. Yes.
Awesome. We should really on the bottom of the stream have the link on there, just gaming.codemortals.com. Can you add that easily? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's find out. You talk for a bit. You talk about the platform that you've built, the technologies you've used, and how you did it real time. And I will try and do this time.
Yeah, well, this is when we start doing this. I think we started about 4 weeks ago. We were still working, doing loads of client work at the time, but we sort of started doing the quizzes about maybe 5 weeks ago now. It's been a while. And we spent an afternoon on a Friday just going, let's see if we can build something in an afternoon. Crazy idea, it was never going to happen. But we thought, the technologies are cool, so we're going to put it on Firebase. We're going to use Firestore for real-time data, hosting it all up on Firebase's hosting, build it all with Angular, of course. And yeah, that Friday, we made some really good progress, but it was really, I say, simple looking, and I wasn't very happy with it. So I kind of chucked most of that work that we did on that Friday away. And we kept the project. I mean, the GitHub account has stayed there. It's all up on GitHub. You can have a look around at the code, all open source. But yeah, then basically I've spent probably a day, a week-ish since then working on this, putting it together, designing it up a little bit. We have a bit of a chat on there. You can see that the few people that have joined the game are chatting or able to chat. There is an edit. Eddie has to click on his side, but there is an edit game where you can set up all the questions. Going to click it, yeah. So in here, you can set up all the questions for what you want. So you'll see we've got 5 rounds down the right-hand side there. You can set up a new round at the bottom of the page, add the question you want, pick which round it's going to be for. At the moment, we've only got 2 types of question, kind of a multi-choice standard question and a picture question, but we're going to try and add probably 2 more, maybe a kind of a media question where you could do like a clip from YouTube, sort of some music or some video perhaps. But obviously with copyright protection, we can probably only play about 10 seconds. We just need to have a little bit of a look into that, make sure we're not going to get into any trouble, although we love getting in trouble, so we probably will. And then, yeah, the other one we'll probably add is like a order these in the correct order type of question. But if there's other kinds of questions people would like to see added, let us know. Obviously, the standard kind of the basic question with, you can put as many choice. Well, I say as many. You can have a minimum of 2, so you can have a true and false options if you want, or you can have up to 8 options on there. And then once all the questions are set up and you're ready to go, you can hit start game. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Real time, Eddie's moving stuff. Oh, you can't see it. I can see it. Okay. And then, yeah, at the top right, you've got the start game button that you can see it on YouTube. Okay.
The colours are wrong. I know Andrew will be unhappy that it's not on brand, but yeah, well, we can improve that later on.
Yeah, so that's the link. I don't know if you can make the text for the link part bigger than the join our quiz, but I don't know.
I should have swapped them around.
It's probably hopefully readable, but it looks a bit small on my screen, so I haven't got it full screen. Yeah, so that's the quiz, and hopefully for those that have joined up on there, you will find it reasonably easy to use, but it means I can control the questions. So as we go through the questions, either Eddie or myself can hit next, all in real time. So Firebase gets the information. Those that are joined up to the game will get sent to the correct question. And at the end of each round, it will show the scores for the people that have been playing. So, yeah, the only downside at the moment is if you are on, say, a mobile phone, so you're watching YouTube on your phone, it's quite difficult to play the quiz as well because you kind of need 2 windows open right now. So we will try and see if we can incorporate playing the YouTube feed as part of the game as well somehow. Obviously, that's not something that everybody would want because the idea of this platform is it's for more than just us to run quizzes through. So if you had a little Zoom call going on with some friends, you could run this quiz. It is now live, so people could write their own quizzes. The only thing we will caveat with is it's like a pre-alpha release. We really haven't done that much testing with it, so we're going to see what bugs come up. We did use it last week. You saw it in the background, but not for anyone to join and answer because it didn't accept answers last week. But it does now accept answers and does give a score at the end of each round. We don't have a final leaderboard at the very end of the game, though, so you'll have to take note at the end of each round how you did.
Why not, Andrew? What have you been doing all week? Come on. I don't know. Everyone, give Andrew some hassles in the chat. He should work harder. You know, you've got Ethan. I know he's been helping you, and all the other kids have been helping you and so forth, so no excuses. But I am excited to get started. I haven't seen the scoreboard, so I can't wait to finish one round and see how the scoreboard looks like.
But you'll have to answer some of the questions as we go through so you can see the scores. Maybe each other's rounds we can answer because I don't think I've looked at your rounds. You probably haven't looked at mine. So we can see how we score on each other's rounds on there. To just add at least another score on there. Otherwise it will be Spectre and Ethan getting some scores up with... at least they'll always be in the top 3, right?
That's true.
But if anyone else does want to join, I think we're going to probably start in a few seconds. The link is at the top of the stream. So gaming.co models. At the moment, it does... only work with a YouTube. It's not YouTube, Facebook account, but we will add Twitter, GitHub, probably Google as well as authentication options. And for those that don't have any of those, we'll probably even add a username and password login at some point. But we thought we'd start with Facebook, make sure we get the crux of Firebase's auth working before adding a few more in. Sorry, Spectra. Come on, Andrew. I don't know, Eddie. You managed to get everyone on your side again, hassling. I think what you should be saying to Spectra is, "Come on, Eddie, write some bloody code and stop just chilling out, shaving your hair every day."
That did take me like a few hours. Okay, I'm just doing a tweet and I'm ready. Okay, perfect. I am good. Well, you can control it from your side, right?
I can. Shall we start? I'm going to hit start on the quiz. Here we go. I'm going to start, and we should get a countdown here. Looking good. 4, 3, 2. For those that are probably watching on YouTube, you'll be seeing the questions and the quiz probably about 5 or 10 seconds before those on YouTube, because obviously there's a delay going to YouTube. But yeah, you should be able to see on the screen now. We have 5 rounds. I think Eddie was mentioning it a minute ago. We have a general knowledge round, a picture round, a software acronyms round, a gaming round, and a guest round from a work colleague. So general knowledge could be anything. Picture round, we're going to be doing some stuff with robots. It's going to be kind of a name that robot. A lot of them are, it's a mix, I suppose. Some are real robots being worked on by big companies. Others are more kind of from movies and books. The gaming stuff is kind of popular phrases. So how well do you know a few phrases? Can you guess perhaps which game might have had that phrase in? And then the last round, our guest round, is a fintech round.
Cool.
Okay. Shall we begin? First question. So this is your round, Eddie. So I should answer these, right?
You should answer these, yep. And I'll go through them. All right, let's begin. Let's do it. General knowledge. Anything goes. We ready? You set? Let's do it.
Let us know how we go along with this, guys. So tell us if the quiz, those that are playing along and are actually on the website, let us know if you spot anything that's a bit strange.
I spotted something.
Let us know.
Doesn't work.
What's that? You've hit next question, have you?
Yeah. Uh-oh. It's busted.
Oh, no,
it's not a good start. We fell. We have fallen before the start line. Was it start line in this when you go to a running race?
Really failed to load resource. Operation could not be.
Let me refresh the page. Refresh the page. Always refresh, right? Let's try one more time. Come on. Wah, wah. It was all working. We did test this before. We promised. We didn't test it with other people, but we tested it ourselves, and it was working. So this is, fun.
Hang on, I'm wondering if I can do it.
Can you jump onto the next thing via the database, like kind of trick it that we've completed this page?
Give me a moment. I'm going in.
Oh, it sounds it's like surgery, right? We're going in.
I tried it all on dev. I'm just trying to think what's different between dev and live.
Don't stop the heart. We'll be there with what they call those paddles. It's like boom, 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 boom. Kind of like that's my sound effect, but
no stress, right? First time using it, it's always going to work first time.
That's fine. I have got my questions on slides, so worst case, I can bring those up and use those if we need to.
Yeah, I knew we should have run through the actual quiz before doing it. But
I thought about that, and I was like, nah, I'll be fine. This is Andrew. He never does anything wrong. This is the first time. So,
let me see what happens if I do this.
Okay, you try that. I can always bring up my slides, and we can always kind of do that for the moment, and then go through the questions another time. Let me give you some time. Let me do my round.
I know what's happened, but I can cheat for the second. But I know what's happened. I have to fix the way we save the data. I changed it, but I never. So I should take this question. I have to fix the data manually.
Okay.
Let me have a look.
That's worked. Right. So people watching. Oh, I've noticed that the box has gone off to the right as well. Okay. So anyone wants any open source contributions? which is usually my personal streams, you can raise that as well. I might just take a screenshot. Okay, so first question: is the back end harder than the front end? It's a question that gets asked all the time, and all the back end engineers saying, "Oh, we're doing the harder work," and people kind of belittle the front end. So is the back end harder than the front end? Yes, no, both have their challenges. Not sure. So Andy should be answering this. I won't because I know the
Let me
answer
see.
because it's my quiz. Also, I just took a screenshot, Andrew. These are
Only with
bumps.
multiple choice, I wonder. Well, I'll
No,
just say that.
one answer. One answer for this one. Okay, next question. Everyone ready? Let me kick you off. Kick you on to
Hang on
the
a minute.
next question.
Give me a
Say,
moment. Let me see if I can edit the data for the next question to make it work for you.
oh, you just do it for each
Settings.
question.
Yeah, because we changed to the format for the fields. They became objects rather than strings,
Okay.
and obviously didn't save the way it does it. So
Okay.
uh,
It gives people more
it's not
time
gonna,
to think about their answer and save it.
I can move it to the next question manually.
Okay, you do that. You only have to do it 50 times.
That's fine. There we go. There's the next question.
Question 2. Does serverless mean no servers? Yes, no, maybe, not sure. I thought I'd start off easy. Don't worry, they get more interesting, I promise. Does serverless mean no servers? This is Jennifer, long story. Hi, Jennifer. No worries, you've got so many names. Are you also known as, I'm trying to think, I was going to say Jason Bourne, but then, or Jane Bourne, maybe, I don't know. You have like loads of passports. No worries, awesome to have you here. Now you can answer some of the questions as well. We can see what your score is. We will be adding GitHub and Twitter and those other logins. As Andrew said, probably even just so you can register on the platform if you want. But yes, the real-time chat works and it's above our heads, so we're not blocking it. Awesome, right. Andrew, are you working on the next question?
Yeah, I'm now. I think I might have made a mess. Hang on.
Uh-oh. So you playing with a live database. Not
Yeah,
isn't
okay.
so good. No worries. Andrew likes to live dangerously. It's all right.
We might go slightly out of order here.
That's fine as long as we
Move
go
it
through the questions. That's all right.
another question up.
Okay.
Um,
Which are hosting companies? AWS, GCP, GAP, and NBC. Live coding. Yeah. Not the type of live coding. Not the type of live coding we want to do, though, is it, Andrew?
Yeah, I should have just left the data broken and manually moved us through the questions on the database because I've gone and lost one of the IDs. I need to just figure out which ID I've lost. It's okay. You carry on.
Spectra says, I see your avatar at the top of the right of the screen. Mine is, however, a broken image. Oh, interesting. Can you take a screenshot and maybe raise an issue on GitHub? And then that way we can have a look into it. Cool. Okay. Andrew, you're in control. So next question when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. What was that? That was at X. So let's go to M. Sorry, I'm looking at database IDs and it's all fun. Shout if I take you to the same question twice.
No, that's fine. We're good. And are the answers being saved when people click them and stuff?
Yes, that's all being
Cool.
saved. That's all working.
Awesome. Perfect. What does RTFM stand for? Return tomorrow for Monday. Read the effing manual. Ready to follow me. Read the front end manual. What does RTFM stand for? Don't write the answers in the chat, in the gaming chat or the YouTube chat. Wrong answers only. You can write wrong answers in there and I'll bring them up on the screen. think these are quite easy at the moment. I thought last week people said it was too difficult, so I've made them a bit easier. I'm expecting like 90%, right? No, okay, that's fine. About 50%. Okay, Andrew, next.
Okay.
How does everyone think they're doing? Everyone good so far? Oh, you've jumped to the next round.
Have I?
I think
Shouldn't have
so.
done.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you haven't, that's fine. Oh no, you haven't. You're right. Sorry, I changed what I did actually when I was preparing them. So, which
Okay.
project is trending #1 this month on GitHub? React, COVID-19, COVID-19 data, that is, Next.js, and Dino. Which project is trending #1 on GitHub this month? Yeah, it's an interesting one. Let's just say I was surprised with the answer. #1 on the whole of GitHub. That's like pretty impressive. And we've got some more stats coming up as well. Okay, Andrew, let's do it.
Okay, which one are you on? Then this one. Let's go to the next one.
How many people are there on GitHub? 10 million, 40 million, 80 million, or 120 million? What do you think? 10 million is quite a lot. 120 million is a lot more. Let's see. Anyone new who's joined, don't forget to sign in to the platform, gaming.codemortals.com. I will stick a link in the chat again. You log in with your Facebook at the moment, and you can take part in the real-time game and see your results later on. Easy for 400 billion. Spectra, you're right. 10 points to you. All right, next, Andrew.
Hang on, I think if you give me a second, you should be able to control the rest of this round.
Okay.
Just delete that and delete that. And hopefully there's still 10 questions. Go on, see if you can go to the next one now.
Okay, before you do, I was just going to say, Spectra, actually, the 400 billion, you're slightly wrong. It's 401 billion. Slightly wrong. I literally have no idea how to estimate numbers on GitHub. I think a lot of people don't. That's why it's quite interesting. Oh, we're back to the beginning again, and then it's broken.
Interesting. Okay. Which question were you on?
Don't worry, all your answers are saved, everyone, so don't worry. Real-time database.
Answers are fine.
Not the real-time
So now-
database in Firebase. It's called Firestore, but it is a real-time database. Okay, this is quite an interesting one. In the last 12 months, how many merged PRs? So not PRs created, PRs merged. 12 million, 53 million, 87 million, and 103 million. When I saw these stats, I had to do it. I had to share it. It's quite interesting. But all these numbers are massive, right? Even if you went for the smallest, it's still a huge number. I'm sure I got like 1 or 2% out of that 12 million or something. Okay, let's do the next one. Jennifer, have a guess. No worries. What's the GitHub URL for this? Let me get that for you, Spectra. It'll be.
Oh, is it the one you've already had?
No, this one's new.
Okay, cool.
So, Spectra, let me just share that link for you to the open source project. In the last 12 months, how many repos were created? 4 million, 12 million, 31 million, or 44 million? In the last 12 months on GitHub, most of 2019, how many repositories were created on GitHub? 4 million, 12 million, 31 million, or 44 million? I must have created about 1 million of those myself. Have a guess.
If you refresh, it was because you hadn't refreshed, so it doesn't pull down the updated round information when it changes in the database.
Okay.
So you can navigate the rest of that round. I just tested that
Oh, it
by
works.
refreshing. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. But that's the
Okay.
last question of the round, so I'm just doing it for the next round.
Okay.
Uh,
The most popular language on GitHub. Java, and I've got like a, what's the word, an extra bonus information in this one actually. Most popular language on GitHub: JavaScript, TypeScript. Although TypeScript isn't really a language, but they do consider it to be a language. TypeScript, Java, and Ruby. That's a pretty easy one, right? What do you all think? That's quite an easy question. So one of those in the list is actually the most popular, obviously, because of the question. And one of them is the least popular. It has had, while one has had the most increase over the last few years, one of those in that list has had the most decrease. So there are one of each in their other ends of the scale. And the lowest one is not what I thought it was going to be. If I got it right, it's easy. Yeah, true. It's one of those things, right? It's like of anything in tech. It's really easy when you know how. Okay. I think Andrew said that's the last one. Let me see. Andrew, how long do you need to sort out the next round?
The next round should be okay. You'll have to hit refresh to get the correct data for the round information through, but it should be okay.
Okay, cool. Spectra. Pretty
I'm
good
saying that
guess.
you
Go
might
on,
have another
sorry.
question.
Well,
Go
let me
on,
see.
click next question.
Okay,
Okay, there is
yes.
one more.
Okay, so most growing language on GitHub: JavaScript, TypeScript, Rust, or Dart. I know a lot of the Go people are moving over to Rust. I don't know why. And a lot of JavaScript people have been moving over to TypeScript. And Dart is obviously very popular. And so is JavaScript. So, yeah, what's the most growing language on GitHub? By far. I mean, by far. It's not like, I don't know, say, for example, language A is growing by 103%, language B is growing by 105%. It's kind of the most popular one is growing like by 550% year on year, which is really impressive. Spectra, my first ever issue raised. Really? You need to join one of my live streams on my channel. We'll make you contribute to open source and issues and all sorts of things, a lot more. I'm sure you've done that before. Okay. End the round. Will this show the score, Andrew?
Get some scores up if it's all working.
Everyone answered. Let's have a look. I haven't seen this myself yet, so I'm really excited.
It does take about 4 to 5 seconds to calculate the scores.
Okay, I've clicked it.
Because it's firing off a Firebase function. So we're calling a Firebase function to end a round. They sleep, so it takes a second for it to boot up. There we go. Oh, well, the 4 that I did give answers to, looks like I got them. That's all I managed to answer was 4.
So wait a second. The winner is at the bottom, not at the top. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So where it says 4, Spectra's...
Oh.
Spectrus is in 4th, but actually he's in 1st.
There's a bug there. There's an order by score, but obviously it's ordering ascending. So there's a bug. It needs to order descending.
Anyone want
That
to
was the
raise
problem
that?
when I did it myself.
Yeah,
One person
true.
playing a game can't see what all the scores are going to do. Obvious as soon as you see more people. So that's
True.
cool. Another little bug.
So anyone want to raise an issue on GitHub, get the open source contribution? Spectra won that round by 1 point. And then Jennifer was second. Unlucky Ethan, don't worry. Next round, the robot round, I'm sure is yours. The picture round, the robot round, I'm sure is yours. I do like the scoreboard though. This is looking good. And I know we can add more to it in terms of, I don't know how long it took for people to answer questions and maybe like the total answer time as well. So
what we're going to do, I'll explain what I've got planned for that. So we're catching a created time when everyone creates their entry, right? And that's a Unix timestamp. So we're going to add all those timestamps together and then figure out who got the smallest one, and they will effectively get a 0 for the speed. And then everyone else will be based off the person that was the quickest. So if there is a tie break where two people get the same score, based on your speed, you might come ahead of them. So speed will come into a factor for it. But yeah, we'll give a difference to say who was the fastest and then how far behind were for others. So
Awesome. Right. Andrew, are you ready for your picture round?
if you can go through them, they're only pictures. There's not much reading to
Okay.
do while I
Yeah,
continue fixing the data up.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Oh, speed rounds. Yeah, Jennifer. No worries, D-Raj. Good to have you here. I know it's crazy o'clock at your place. This is Andrew's round, so I'm going to take part as well. Don't steal my answers because I don't know if they're correct or not. The picture round. What's the name of this robot? Jimmy, Robbie, Mikey, or Tommy? I recognize the robot, but I can't place it. Spectra, slower equals more googly. Yeah, googly, yeah. D-Raj, glad it's going well. Okay, I wanna play this round. Let me see. I'm gonna guess Jimmy. I don't know. Save my answer. Right. Everyone ready for the next question? Let's do this. Oh, I think I know this one, but I don't want to answer. You all answer first, so you can't steal my answers.
This is how Eddie gets the slowest score.
Oh yeah, that's true. We're not doing speed at the moment, right? It is just the right answers.
Just so we can see what happens.
So everyone, place your bets. I mean, place your answers, and I'll answer, and then before I move on to the next question, because I think I know. I think I know this one. I have met her before. She did hit on me. I didn't like it. I had to leave. It must have been the hair.
Into trouble.
We have the same haircut. Put a black box over the choices. That's true. It's fine. I know no one will cheat. So I want to select mine. We're going to move on. So if we move on, you won't have time to change yours. So it's fine. Oh, I recognize this one. And I'm not sure. Picture round. What is this robot? Ethan will know this one. This is quite a famous one. And I know the company that makes it, Boston Dynamics.
It does say that on the clothes. There's
yes.
there's a couple of things I'm spotting on the picture rounds that I need to tidy up, but that's okay.
I don't know this one. I don't think it's Atlas. I don't think it's any of them because I have no clue. D-Raj says this is his favorite round. D-Raj, let's bring that up on the screen. That's awesome to hear that.
I'm glad because it's a round that I've done, so this is good. Just picking the best names, not my fault if they're wrong. I'm glad the chat's working fine. So the chat's working fine. The quiz is going fine. The issue is adding questions because we changed slightly how we progress through the rounds. The data is slightly different, and we never updated that. So there is one bug we found that's a proper bug. The rest of them, I think, so far, there's lots of nice improvements to be added. Yeah.
Jennifer, you just confused me. So I saw your message that said, I'm picking the best names, not my fault if they're wrong, which I thought was hilarious. So I was trying to add it up to bring on the screen, but I realized you didn't message. It took me a while to realize it wasn't messaged on YouTube. It was messaged on the platform. So I can't understand why I couldn't see the message in the chat. I was trying to click on it to add it to the screen. But yes, Andrew, another feature you have to add it so I can add it to the screen.
I can see it on the screen already.
But I want to highlight it. Like maybe I can click on the message over here, and it kind of like highlights it or something. I don't know. We'll think of something. Okay.
They're more. The idea is that this is still a platform for people to play games with their friends. It's not just for us for YouTube. It's just we're starting it out.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, Mike, I answered. Save. Next. Oh, this is Boston Dynamics as well, isn't it?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, is it a separate company? Okay.
The question is, can you recognise where some of those names have been picked from? Eddie doesn't pay attention on what goes on in the world and what Elon Musk does.
Don't. I know he smoked a joint on some podcast. That's about it.
He's had a daughter recently and given her a name, and her name is one of those.
Oh, really?
Which one do you think he named his daughter?
I've
I'm sure
no
people that are on
idea.
speed with it. But I just thought it'd be an amusing one to put on there to see how many people know or recognise and have a bit of a laugh about which one is Elon Musk's daughter's name.
So just to clarify, the options A, B, C, and D. One of those
Yeah.
is Elon Musk's daughter's name.
Yes.
She's called. What's the A and the E joined together? Like XAE A12 or Mark One or
Ash, apparently. Yeah.
Okay, or HRP-5P or B-9. I mean, C looks like herpes to me, like written in with numbers. And what a weird kind of name to call your kid, or B9. B9, it
That's
sounds
got to be
like you didn't do very well.
it's got to be Mark One then, right? The first one. But he's already got other kids, so that wouldn't make sense.
It's too confusing. Right, okay. Okay, right. Next question. Let me just pick one and move on. Okay, I'll wait for everyone else to answer this one. I'm a huge Terminator fan, so I know this one.
You sure you know this one?
I'm very sure I know this one.
Try to throw you off somehow.
Well, it
I'm sure.
depends. Can I ask a question?
If you want.
Okay, before I ask that, Jennifer's saying, so the daughter's name isn't the robot's name. Oh, I thought it was.
No, the daughter's name and the robot name are different. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. They're different, right? Okay. Well, you tricked me because I thought they were the same.
No, it's not the same.
Okay. D Rush says she's going to be trolled. So this one, okay, my question is that the Arnie? That's the Arnie Terminator, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Just checking. Just checking there wasn't like another kind of model of his that looks similar but wasn't quite the same. Okay, it's the Arnie Terminator. Yeah, I definitely know this one.
Because there are a couple of models that are actually quite similar looking, interestingly.
There are in the newer, more recent ones, yeah. I should actually watch them all again. They're pretty good. How many are there in
I
total?
think
Like 5?
we don't want to trick people too much.
Okay, moving on to the next. Terminator is the movie, Jennifer. Is this Terminator? And I'm actually going to take a guess that it's Terminator 2, the movie this actual screenshot is from.
Eddie has not watched the Terminator films more than once.
Why?
But you know them that well.
I've watched them hundreds of times. I know every single word. Right. Okay, I want to play. You've all played, right? And we're going to need to bring up some host controls here where I can see if you've all answered, therefore I can answer too.
Yeah, we're going to put a percent bar or something for the number of players, how many are given an answer. We will put a little percent bar up, and we'll also put a progress through the whole quiz. We'll put a few little progress bars up on there soon. Yeah, there's lots of lovely little plans we've got for things to add, but we want to add some more games as well. So I think we'll probably do one more week building this, or maybe 2 more weeks building up this quiz game on here. Then we might try and add a few more games. So ideas for games are welcome. I'm thinking maybe some 2-player games that people can play whilst they're waiting for quizzes and stuff. So like a battleships game maybe, or rock, paper, scissors games. What kind of things would people like?
Jennifer, I don't think Arnie's model changed through the Terminators, if I remember correctly. There were other Terminators that were similar to him and so forth, but I think his always stayed the same, is my understanding. But correct me if I'm wrong. D-Rush says I can't. Oh, sorry, go on.
He was always the same. Yeah, he never changed. Yeah, because I did have to double check that when I put this up just to make sure it couldn't be 2 answers. It is definitely just one.
Okay. And D-Rush says, "What if I'm not on Facebook? How can I log in?" Unfortunately, at the moment, we're only supporting Facebook, but we will be supporting others very soon.
Yeah, so we'll get Twitter, GitHub, and Gmail probably all added next week. They won't take long to add. And then we may also add, I think we'll start and just see if the social ones are enough. So maybe next week's quiz will just offer the socials. I suppose it'd be good. I mean, is there anyone that would not like to connect via a social account? Are there people that would just prefer to put their own username and password in? Because Adding username and password isn't difficult, but obviously there's a little bit more effort to username and password one.
I think most people have GitHubs, and it's just what we're asking for information-wise is just their public profile, so the bare minimum. So I think that's fine. Right, I'm going to answer and move on. Just conscious of time. Is this a trick question, Andrew? Just clarify. Is this one?
I went for the one that most people would expect in the end.
Everyone recognizes this robot, right?
I hope so. I went for a slightly trickier picture just in case.
I can give a clue if people need.
If you know the film, then by all means tell us what the film is in the chat.
And what does the character always say? Do not disassemble. Ethan knows it. Okay, Ethan, you can share the movie title. Not the answer.
Cool. Hopefully, I've not made any mistakes, and all the rest of the rounds are all fixed now. So you want to do one more refresh, and then we should be good the rest of the way through.
Live action Wally. I'll refresh now. Here we go. Diraj on 8 continuous days of open source. Get lots of green. Jennifer, awesome. I need to do mine. Mine had nothing for like 3 weeks, and so I need to get back into it. Right, I'm going to go on to the next one. I'm conscious of time. I'm going to answer. I know you've all answered. Save. Oh, yes. This is one of my favorite movies as well.
I should have picked movies you don't know. There must have been a couple in there you didn't know, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. There were a couple. I haven't even finished round 2 yet, so I want to pick up the pace a little bit more now that Andrew's done the tweaking that needed. We'll pick up the pace. So, okay, everyone answered. I'm going to answer now too, and then we're going to move on. Oh, this is a tough one. I don't even know what movie it's from.
It's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Really?
I don't know if that's too big a clue.
I don't remember. Maybe I listened to the audiobook of it. I didn't watch the movie.
I think it was I say the recent movie. It's probably now 10, 15 years ago.
Okay. I don't know this one. I'm going to take a guess, and we'll move on to the next question.
He was always deemed to be a depressed robot, he was.
Okay. Oh, I didn't really watch this. This is Red Dwarf, right?
It is Red Dwarf.
There was a friend at school who had a head like that.
Your head's not far off like that at the moment.
That's so true. How's my sound today, by the way? I know last Friday I had some sound issues. Hopefully the sound is all right today.
You sound all right on here. I'm not listening to you through YouTube, but hopefully it's coming through on YouTube, right? But over the vMix link, you're good.
Well, it should be the same because I think it's Windows. It's giving the problem. Let's reboot. Okay, I can't even pronounce. Can you pronounce these, Andrew?
So you've got Crichton, Queeg, Scudder, and Flibble.
I'll have a guess.
For those that know it, it's dead easy. But for those that don't, I didn't want to make it too obvious.
That's the same with everything, right? If you know how to do it, it's easy. Okay, everyone place your bets because I'm going to place mine.
But all the words that are there are all out of Red Dwarf as well.
Right, so, okay.
If you want to mention that they know what the other things are, feel free to say what they are.
Okay, I'm going to go. This is Irobot, another one of my favorite movies. I really enjoyed this movie. I don't think it's one I've watched only a few times, not like hundreds of times like Terminator, but I should know the name. I think I do. I'll go last again.
I need to read them out for those that you haven't been reading them all out, have you?
I
But
haven't
I'll
read
read
them
them.
out. No.
A, we've got Benny. B is Sonny. C is Jesse, and D is Louis. How are
Okay.
we going to show the answers? One thing we don't really have yet is an answers thing to show all the answers through.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, we can just shout it out.
Yeah. Well, I can reset the quiz back to the beginning. We can go through and say what they are.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna make my guess. I go next round, and the round ended. Okay,
Scores.
Spectra won again.
Ethan 2. I would have thought you'd know more than that one, Ethan. But I suppose it was. They are old movies. We need to go and watch a few.
We need to get Ethan to do a round on some new movies.
Yes, Ethan will have to put a round together for us. But it's all right. By being the lowest score, he's come first. So it's like playing golf, isn't it? The lowest score wins.
I drawed with Jennifer. High five, Jennifer. I wonder if we got. Oh, we should actually list which questions it was. Like, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 vertically. We should do it also horizontally under each person. So it'd be really interesting to know if I paired up with Jennifer, would we get 10? Or would we still get 5?
We could put each question as like a number. So question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10.
Like reds and greens.
Highlight them in a color, yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
Can someone raise that on GitHub, please? Maybe take a screenshot of this and then just say put some numbers under each person, a bit like it is down the left, and with the right answers or not. But we're interested to know. So yeah, I'm really curious to know if Jennifer and me got the same score, if we got the majority were the same ones, or were they different?
So do you want to go and do the answers for these rounds quickly? I can go back to the beginning if you want.
Let's do it. Do we know the answers?
I hope you do. For your round anyway. I don't know your round.
Okay, I think
we go. We're back to the beginning. So that's interesting. Okay.
You busted it.
It's because when the round completes, there's an additional flag that goes in. So I just need to just change the flag.
So we'll give the answers to round 1 and 2 before we take a break and go on to round 3. Round 3 is mine, and I haven't made it too hard this time, I promise.
Right. Okay, so what did you pick? What's the correct answer?
Correct answer. Can I answer this? It will just over. I didn't answer it the first time, so it'll be fine, I guess. Right?
You can answer it if you want. It will give you an answer, so people could change their answers if they really want to, but
don't change your answers.
It's only a play around, so it doesn't matter. So the correct answer is both have their challenges. That is what I picked.
Cool.
I got a chance to answer.
Did we both hit next? It jumped 2.
Well, hang on. Back to the beginning of that round. There you go. Right. There you go.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you.
Okay. Does serverless mean no servers? No. It just means it's other people's computers. Which are hosting companies? AWS and GCP. Gap is a clothes company. NBC is a TV company. What does RTFM stand for? Read the effing manual. Which project is trending #1 this month? It was Dino, which is a Node replacement by the author of Node, and it supports TypeScript natively, apparently. So it's actually
Do you know why it's called Dino? Why is it called Dino?
Don't know.
So if you take Node and do a split on a blank, it will create an array. If you sort the array and join it back together, you get Dino. So it's actually an anagram of Node, but in the correct order of characters. So alphabetically, it's Node written alphabetically, I guess.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Got you. Okay.
Okay.
Have you used it yet? It looks really impressive, but I haven't used it. I don't want to get distracted by something else just yet. But yeah, the most popular project this month on GitHub out of all the projects, and there are a lot of projects, as we will come to in a minute. There were millions and millions. Oh, I better check out the answers on this one, actually, just to make sure I get this one right. I'm pretty sure I know it. So this is number, we don't even have a number. This is great. This is, the answer is 40 million. There are 40 million people on GitHub. It's quite a lot. I better save my answers. I can see if I get 10 out of 10. Otherwise, I might have got one wrong.
Check that you put them in correctly when you created them.
Yeah, they've definitely been put in correct. They've been put into the system correctly. In the
Yeah.
last in the last 12 months, how many PRs have been merged? If there's 40 million people on GitHub, the answer is 87 million merged PRs in the last 12 months. It's impressive, right? And in the last 12 months, how many repos were created? The answer is the top one, 44. Most popular language on GitHub is JavaScript. And I think it was Spectra was who said it. And Ruby is one of the least now.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Yeah, Ruby has JavaScript has jumped up the most over the last few years, and Ruby has declined the most, which is quite interesting.
Python's not doing badly as well.
Python's doing well. PHP's been, I think it's like number 5 or 6 or something, but it's been consistent the entire time. Like it hasn't gone up, hasn't gone down. But it's interesting how Ruby was near the top, like the first one or two, and they're going back, say 5 years. I don't know the exact number. And then it's just like and JavaScript was the opposite. It was like where Ruby is now, 5 or 6 whatever years ago, and then it's like past what Ruby was and more.
Yeah, well, obviously there's been a lot of options over the last few years. I think even PHP has started to move. It would be surprising if it starts to drop a bit.
It will eventually. JavaScript has really dominated and so forth, and so many other languages, like you said, TypeScript.
Go, Node, and Rust are also and Dart as well. Dart's growing massively.
Yeah, so the most popular growing language on GitHub by miles or kilometers, if you're somewhere else, is Dart. Dart has grown the most in the last 12 months. I can't answer it, but that is the answer.
It's interesting because Angular originally was going to be written in Dart, and they decided to join forces with Microsoft and use TypeScript. And now, about 4 years later, after they made that decision to go from Dart to TypeScript, Dart is suddenly flying up there.
Yeah, Dart, I remember when it came out, it was really popular, then went really quiet. It's obviously become really popular again.
Google uses it internally for projects. They've used it internally for a number of years. And Flutter, I think, is the only real kind of framework. Well, obviously, I'm happy to be corrected, but Flutter uses Dart. I'm not aware of anything else that's really in the main domain outside of Google. So I'm guessing internally, I wonder how many of those contributors that are growing Dart are all internal on Google, and Google's doing a big push on Dart at the moment, certainly in light of Flutter, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, end of the round. The scores. Hopefully no one's scores has changed. I did get 10 out of 10, so I gave you the right answers, which is what I wanted to check. And I think the scores stayed the same. Oh, we have a new person join. Hanisha joined. Thank you for joining. You might have... We went through it quite fast in that round because we'd gone through it already and we were just showing the answers.
So answers for round 2.
Andrew, you drive.
I will try and remember these.
D-Rush says it's him. Okay. Makes sense.
Oh, why is the first question not coming through? Did I do something incorrectly on one of those? Let me have a quick check.
While Andrew's doing that, everyone who's watching, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really helps support the channel. Thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe and you get to see more of my haircut.
So I hadn't refreshed on my side. I told you to refresh, but I hadn't done it on my side.
Okay. I did answer this one. I don't know if it's correct or not. You have to tell me.
This one is called Robbie. I'll answer these as well as we go through.
Okay.
Here's Robbie the Robot.
I'm not going to change my answer.
Robbie the Robot. And that was from Forbidden Planet, I believe.
Okay.
Next one. This is Sophia, the first robot to get recognized as a citizen in South Africa, was it?
Was it South Africa? Okay, I thought it was like a Nordic country, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was South Africa.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, I'll do the same as you. I'm answering these as we go through, just to check I get a 10 at the end. This is Atlas.
Damn it!
Not Strider. It does look like a Strider. That's why I thought Strider would be a good one there, but it's actually Atlas. And bonus point for anyone who knows where I got the rest of the names for those robots from. They're all out of MechWarrior. Anyway.
Just to answer the Sophia question, she has citizenship in Saudi Arabia, which I think is really weird because didn't they just allow their women to just start driving recently? So, but yeah, a robot I don't know. It's kind of weird. Must have been a publicity stunt or something.
So this one is the one that Eddie believes is spelt herpes. It's HRP-5P is the correct answer.
Okay.
A is the name of Elon Musk's daughter.
Oh, how do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that name?
There's been a lot of people asking, but it's basically, I think it's X-A12.
What a name.
They're pronounced as Ash, so I assume they're just referring to her as Ash. But yeah, X-A12 apparently is how you pronounce it. I'm sure they'll update how they pronounce it soon. Right, the next one. This is out of Terminator, the T-800.
No, it's not. Arnie was a T-100.
No, he's not. He's a T-800. Go look it up.
No, he is. I've watched the movie so many times.
Go look it up.
Wait, I want to get you a clip on YouTube of him saying, like, obviously not I'll be back, which is the obvious thing. But it's a T-100. I want to Google it. No way. In Terminator 2, it was a T-1000 was the metallic one, but he was the T-100 for sure. Arnold, oh god, I can't spell his surname.
Give Eddie a moment.
Was
that he's wrong.
What Terminator model? What? Let's see. Series 800 model 101.
Model 101, a T-800.
That's literally just ruined my life. For like
there's no such thing as a T-100 or a T-600. They don't exist. He's the T-800. The T-1000 was the liquid metal one. Okay, next up. This is out of Short Circuit. Now, the answer we've gone for was Johnny Five. So A, we've said is correct. But actually, if you watch the film, the correct name given to him by the manufacturer was a Saint. So Saint 5. He's then referred to through most of the first episode as number 5. But everyone knows him as Johnny Five. So we stuck with Johnny Five rather than trying to trick people. But yes, you can always give yourself a pat on the back if you did answer with B or C, because they would be correct as well. But we just chose a single answer. So A, Johnny Five is what we went with.
I'm sorry, I'm still having trouble with this Terminator thing. I'm looking at Wikipedia and it says Cyberdyne System Model 101, also referred to as a T101. So 100 and 101 are pretty close. Like it's just one digit out. It's not a bank account. I get half a point for that.
You give yourself half a point to feel better. That's fine. This is Ultron. So yeah, Eddie got this one right. Ultron. Obviously, Jarvis was the original Ultron, and Vision comes out of it, and Edith is then the glasses. So next up, this is Marvin. Marvin, the
what a guess.
Depressed, I think. I can't remember what they refer to him as, but he always goes around depressed. This is Crichton out of Red Dwarf.
Yes, what a guess.
And I think, was this the last one? Yeah, it's the last one. This is Sonny in Irobot.
Well, yes, guess as well. 50% guess.
So fingers crossed, that gives me 8. There are 2 questions missing. I'm pretty sure I got them all the correct way around. But I'm now wondering if I've gone and made a mistake somewhere with something. No, they should all be there. Okay.
You got 2 wrong, Andrew. Your own quiz, your own round.
Apparently, I might have just not hit save on 2 of them. Is what probably happened.
That's fine.
Because if you don't hit save, you don't get a point for it. So
we'll move on. We've been going for an hour, and we still got we've got 3 rounds left. I still think we should probably leave the 5th round for next week when we go a bit faster, potentially. Otherwise, we'll be here till another hour.
Well, let's make it let's try and get through the next 2 rounds quickly. Then, so software acronyms is your round.
Okay, I'll drive.
It's going.
What does ARIA, how you pronounce it, I don't know, stand for? Accessible Red Internet Application, accessible, application rich internet accessible, accessible rich in application, accessible rich internet. I'm so confused. Like, seriously, reading it out is really hard. Just pick A, B, C, or D, people.
I thought I knew the answer to this, but they're all so similar. I'm now not sure.
I've done that through the whole round, like just change one word each time, and I've completely confused myself. I don't even know which one the answer is. But I'll let you all have a guess. I want to keep them quite short and sweet and move on. 3, 2, 1. Place your bets. The roulette is going. Okay, it's gone. What does API stand for? Application Programming Interface, another programming interface, application platform interface, application programming input. Hopefully one of those is correct. I'm doubting myself for a second. No, I'm good. I'm good. Option E is correct. How's everyone doing? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will probably do it so that we hit next and maybe like a 10-second countdown so people can have time to put in their answers.
Yeah, because obviously there's a slight delay between us saying next and YouTube people hearing it.
No, it's not us saying next. It's us saying next and their local browser screen changing for when the answers. Yep, you're right. Yeah. What does CDN stand for? Content. I'm quite confused. Content Development Network, Content Delivery Network, Creative Delivery Network, Content Delivery Node.
These are all very easy, Eddie, so far. Apart from that first one, Araya got me confused because so many tongue twisters there now.
There were some tongue twisters. How's everybody else doing? Let us know in the chat. In either of the chats, I don't mind.
Trying to keep an eye on both.
What does CRUD stand for? Class, read, update, delete, create, read, update, delete, create, read, update, delete, create, read, update, develop. There are a lot of them are tongue twisters. I hope they get easier, but I know some of them get longer. So I don't think that's going to get easier.
Yeah, well, certainly that 5th round, if we do it, has got a few long worded ones on it.
I really think the 5th round will leave for next week when we're a bit more. We start on time and we don't have technical issues and so forth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, 3, 2. Place your bets. 1. What does DOM stand for? Data Object Model, Document Open Model, Document Object Method, Document Object Model. How's everybody doing? The chat is quiet. Are people Googling stuff? Or if they just didn't like my round and just left and thought, Eddie, he's a bit of a nerd. Let's just, leave him to it.
Everyone thinks we're only going to be here for an hour, you see. Everyone's thought, right, time's up.
It's true. Okay, we are going to go through quick. 20 more minutes, we'll be done. 3, 2, 1. What does ECMA script stand for?
Oh, that's an interesting one. I've never looked this up. I don't know.
Yeah, did I? This was a weird one. Engineering Computer Manufacturers Association script, European Code Manufacturers Association script, European Computer Manufacturing Association script, European Computer Manufacturing Assembly script. Those are some tongue twisters.
Yeah, I've used a bit of deduction to guess which one I think it is. We'll see.
Okay, next one. 3, 2, 1. What does FOSS stand for? You all must know this. If you don't, then I'll cry.
Friendly, definitely.
And open source software. Free and open source software. Free and open source service. Free and opinionated software. That's just so easy. I should just move on. I know you've all got it right. 3. So who is the cat in the center of the screen?
It's Bite.
That's Bite. That's our mascot. Wait, there's a
It's our
bigger
little
version
mascot.
somewhere. Well, that one. There you go. Massive. With some sound effects on that, actually.
A swoosh with the sword.
Yeah. No, zoom. Yeah. Okay, next one. 3, 2, 1. What does GUI stand for? Graphical User Interface, Graphical Under Interface, Graphical User Inside, Get User Interface. I struggled with this one to come to switch the words out. I really struggled. So apologies for some rubbish ones in there. But I think if there's some rubbish ones and some, okay ones, then it makes it difficult maybe to decide between like two potential ones.
A little bit of deduction, you can figure these ones out.
Yeah, hopefully the save. I don't know if the saber sound is protected. It's such a short clip. I don't know if we could use it. So many places use it. I'm not sure.
I'm sure you can make your own saber sound. Just sound effect into your microphone, save that, and use it.
Right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. What does a WYSIWYG stand for? What you set is what you get. What you sell is what you get. What you see is what you grow. What you see is what you get. I really struggled with some words on this one as well. This is where I need your brother, Andrew. He would be so good at this. Oh, sorry.
I'm hoping there's some good ones. Well, they're so obvious, aren't they? Anyone that gets less than sort of 10 out of 10.
Anyone that gets less than 11, right?
Absolutely. This is where I've forgotten to save one again, so I'll get a low score.
Yeah, I forgot to save one. Good one, Andrew. I thought when I hit next round, it saves everyone's answers automatically. Is what you told me.
No, we haven't done that yet.
Okay. All right,
We do need to do it. Yeah, I think that's going to be helpful.
What does IDE stand for? Integrated Driven Environment, Inside Development Environment, Integrated Development Engineer, Integrated Development Environment. It's so easy. I want to move on again. Oh, end of round is the last one. Then we're on to Andrew's round. Then we'll give you the answers. 3, 2, 1. Andrew, you drive. Andrew got 10. Dheeraj came second with 8. Jennifer was 7. Spectra 3.
Spectral was too busy on GitHub giving us
That's
issues.
true. Yeah, he probably didn't. Actually, yeah, if we can also see when we show the answers underneath, it'll be red or green if you got them right or wrong, or grey if you didn't answer. And then we better see, like, for example, if Spectral didn't answer half of them, it would kind of make sense. So that's true. But in reality, if those were given to me, I probably would have got about 3. I only know them because I looked them up.
I was certainly unsure about the Uriah one. That was a bit of a guess.
Jennifer says, I didn't save one fast enough. Can they auto-save? Yes, we will do. We will add. That's one of the features we've got. I think that's on GitHub as an issue. We want to do it so it auto-saves. Yeah. And with a countdown. So it kind of goes, if you still haven't decided it, when I hit next, it'll give like a, I don't know, 10-second countdown. Therefore, you've really got to pick one soon. And then it'll auto-save whatever you've picked.
Similar to when we started the quiz, for those who were at the start, you get a little countdown saying the quiz is about to start.
Okay, Andrew, you drive. All yours.
Okay, next round. So these are quotes or phrases from popular games. I'm going to go and make sure Ethan plays because he should get some of these, hopefully.
Okay. This is the last round for tonight. We won't do the 5th round, FinTech round. We'll save that for next week because of the time. I know Jennifer is east of the UK, so it's probably like 6 in the evening for her. I know Dheeraj, it's probably like 4 in the morning for you. And for us, it's just gone 10 p.m., way past my bedtime. But this weekend, I'm going to be doing some live streaming and some coding live streaming. So I hope you all join me. We can look at some open source projects. Jennifer, I really want to look at your open source contract project on GitHub. Looking forward to having a look at that. So let's chat more over the weekend and have a look at those. I will be start doing I was going to do lunchtime live streams next week. Maybe not I don't think every day, maybe twice a week. I want to have them a bit focused. Maybe one's with a guest and one's maybe on open source and just the Eddie show. So let me know your thoughts on that. So we'll see. 2:15 p.m. Oh wow, it's like 8 hours behind us. Wow, it's a big difference. Oh yeah, I forgot you're on the East Coast, the furthest one. That's true. I won't know any of these gaming ones either. I'm gonna have a go, but I'm not gonna know them.
Yeah, well, I think you can make a few guesses probably as to what game does it sound like. Hopefully, well, I say that I don't know a couple of the games that are in there, so hopefully you might recognise the games. Okay, let's start with hopefully an easy one, Freddie. The phrase "get over here." What's that from? Is it Mortal Kombat, Borderlands, Street Fighter, or Tekken?
Uh, I know in Street Fighter it goes fight. That's the only one I know.
There it is. Get over here. What's that from? Okay. Hopefully that's enough time.
Oh wait, let me play. I didn't play.
Again.
I want to guess this one. There we go.
All right. Next question. A hero need not speak. When he is gone, the world will speak for him. So think about games that have a hero in. I don't know all these games, so I couldn't tell you. But is it A, Bioshock, B, Far Cry, C, Halo, or D, Gears of War?
Where's Ethan? He'll
I
know this
think
stuff.
maybe.
I'm
You got to
gonna
think which
guess.
game refers to them as a hero? Which game refers to the characters as a hero, or there being a hero?
I've never played any of these. I don't know.
Some are easy, some are hard. I think the next one's an easy one if I remember. Okay, let's go to the next question. I'm going to have a slight pause when I say that, just to give YouTube a chance. There you go. You must have this one. It's time to kick out chew bubble gum, but I'm all out of gum.
This one I think I know. I didn't have this
Doom,
game, but my friend did.
Quake, Wolfenstein, and Duke Nukem.
Or Mario Kart E. Mario World.
There's a good Mario one coming up soon. From Hello Kitty. Which one was Hello Kitty? Was this one? Chewing bubblegum.
No, it was a previous one, I think.
Get over here, perhaps. Hello Kitty.
Okay, Andrew, give me a 2-second warning before you hit next. I'll put my answer in.
Okay. All right. Hopefully, we don't want to spend too long on a question, so
Okay.
I'll count down from 3, so you've got a chance. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Oh.
So what games might you get sent out on your own somewhere dangerous? Hopefully all of them, because I did try to pick games where I think all of them it could apply to, just to make it as easy as possible. I think Spectra knows which question's coming up in a minute. Quite impressed, because that is actually one of them that comes up, so we'll see if he gets it right. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Is that from Zelda, Elder Scrolls, Max Payne, or Left 4 Dead?
I did play a bit Left 4 Dead and did play a little bit Max Payne and a little bit Zelda. Give me a 3-second warning and I'll give an answer.
Yeah, I think I've not played much of any of them, but it is definitely a make a guess based on what you know about the game. Okay, we've got then 3, 2, 1, next. I'm going to have to try and remember which one of these are when we come to the answers as well. That can be interesting. I think I know which ones they are. Stay a while and listen. Stay a while and listen. Is that from Assassin's Creed, Wing Commander, Diablo, or Metal Gear Solid? Again, I think I've only played one of those 4 games, so it's definitely a guessing game. This, again, it's one that if my brother was here, he'd probably know all of these.
Okay, I've got an idea. Give me 3-second warning.
Is there a way, I don't know what you set YouTube up for, but I'm guessing you set it for reduced latency still, but
It's
There's
going to be
always like a
low.
5 delay.
It should be low. It's low set to low latency, which should be apparently, yeah, like 2 or 3 seconds. I can do ultra low, but the quality be quite poor.
Well, I'm going to watch when I click next and see when I see it on YouTube just to get a feel for it.
Oh,
Okay,
good
so I'm going to
idea.
go to the next
Wait.
2,
Okay, go.
1.
Oh, it's quite a delay. It's probably like 10
It's about 10.
seconds. Yeah, so 10 seconds countdown would help.
The next one is send me out with a bang.
I don't know
I
most of
can't
these
re-
games.
I can't actually remember what the answer is for this one. Okay, never mind. I'm sure I'll get it right when we get the time
Can I
comes.
ask a question? Did you, if there was a previous answer, like if you've got Halo's appeared twice, I think Duke Nukem's appeared twice. If it was an answer for another question, did you have the same answer again or no?
I think there are a couple where the same game has been used. Yes.
But is it the correct answer more than once or just once?
No, yeah, I think the correct answer for the same game does appear once, maybe.
Okay. Okay, I never guess.
Pretty sure the same answer appears once.
Okay, I'll go guess for this one. No one copy me because it's Hello Kitty again. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to the next question then. Okay, this one, very popular one. I think a lot of people have probably used this phrase. All your base are belong to us. But what game is that from? It's a very old game. It's a phrase that gets used quite frequently, or certainly did for most of my gaming life. Not
It
that I've
did, and even
done it.
people used it afterwards, but I didn't think it belonged to any of those 4 games.
Ah, interesting.
That is very interesting. I always thought it was what was that the first shooting game where you had like capture the flag and stuff? It was Counter-Strike. I always thought it was that one. I'm guessing not.
Oh, really? No, no, it's
Hmm.
not.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll give you a countdown and you can pick your answer. So, the countdown, which only Eddie is going to have at the right time. 3,
I don't know what game this is, so I'll
2,
pick it.
1. Shinobi, that was like an arcade game. I played that. I think when I was learning to ski, I was like 10 years old or something, or 12. Ancient game Shinobi. It was quite good. Those little arcade games, just run around, passed a bit of time.
Okay, well
Here we go. It's
that
me.
now I've got the wrong answer.
It's me, Mario. Who knows? I'm sure Spectra knows this one. Is it Super Mario, Assassin's Creed, Donkey Kong, or Dark Souls? There's a couple of ones that I'm wondering why they put those in there, but okay.
That's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, is it?
Was it a trick
Okay.
question?
Where was that phrase coined from?
It must be
I hope
Super
I got it right.
Mario.
Spectra's going to correct me and say, no, the right answer's not up on there. What are you doing? Daraj says, come on, are we going too slow for you, Daraj?
I think he's saying it's
Okay,
too easy.
Eddie's had his answer selected for ages. Okay, I'm going to go next. You saved. Let's go. No matter how dark the night, the morning always comes.
Hmm.
Is that from Final Fantasy, Deus Ex, The Elder Scrolls, or Lineage?
I'm guessing this one, but I have no idea. I played a little bit of Deus Ex, but that's it.
Okay. I'm hoping most people are being reasonably quick once they've got an idea. They're at least hitting save because remember, even if you change your mind, as long as you've got an answer saved, you can always change it and hit update, and it'll update what you've saved. Which is the only reason, perhaps, why I haven't put an auto save on yet, because we need to have a little chat. If you, well, we can ask it here, but if you had saved something, but you change your answer and don't save it because you've decided actually no, you want to keep the original one, should it auto save and change it, or should it only auto save if you've not submitted one?
Oh, good idea, actually.
So that's one of the reasons we haven't tried to save it when you go next. Okay, let's go to the next one. I was noticing Daraj say no the question. So hopefully the question was that easy. Next question. Here we go. This is another hopefully easy one. We'll see. Frostmourne Hungers. Is that Tomb Raider, Warcraft, Pac-Man, or Call of Duty?
I used to play Call of Duty. I don't know the rest. Well, I know Pac-Man, I guess, from like arcades and stuff. I'll take a guess. I have like 1 in 4 chance, right? Or 1 in 10 probably.
Okay. I don't want to leave it on the screen on YouTube for too long, so I'm going to go next. Because you picked it quite early. Oh, that's the scores at the end of the round.
Spectre got 9. Wow.
Wow. I was not expecting a 9. I thought maybe a 7 would be up there at the top
That's
score,
good.
but a 9.
I only got 4. Me and D-Raj got the same. Jennifer, it was good effort. It was kind of hard. And we're going to have
Eddie's easy acronym round. I thought we needed a difficult one to finish on.
And we do plan to have some ideas, a bit like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, when you can say, ask the audience maybe and stuff like that. So that's coming in the future, and obviously not for next week. But we've got some ideas. If you get some really tough ones, you have some, like, I don't know, lifelines or something you can use. We will see. Yeah. We've got some ideas. I've played Pac-Man.
No misspent youths here then. That's good. Only Spectra, the misspent youth.
Do you want to go?
Or maybe just Twitch.
Do you want to go through and do the answers?
Yeah, we can race through the answers quickly for everyone. Let's do that. I've got to reset. Let me see if I can go back to the correct round, because we want the right round, don't we? So it was your round first, which is this ID. So let me change to that round. We have to come up with a way of how we do this. Okay, and I need to mark your round as well as not being completed.
Spent my life. How did I not get 10, Spectra? That was very good to get 9, though. I wonder which one you missed. This is why next time we'll have maybe like to see which one you got wrong. Glad you like. Okay, I've reset. Okay, so we're going quick. ARIA stands for. I need to think about this because this is quite confusing. Accessible.
Oh, I got 10 out of 10. To do it for you.
Accessible, rich internet application, right? We'll see if we agree.
Yeah, that's what I chose. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then API stands for Application Programming Interface.
Yeah.
D-Raj, my new friend, my new best friend. The acronym one was my favorite. Love that. Wait. Let me bring that up on the screen. Come on, that's just too good. I just think that's, I'm going to be a bit biased. Here we go. Let's bring it up. Just so it's like, it's there. It's on the video. You can't cheat. The acronym one was my favorite. Nice. Okay. What else did I miss? Next, CDN was Content Delivery Network. Jennifer asked, did Mario talk in Donkey Kong? I'm guessing maybe. I didn't know Mario was in Donkey Kong, but I'm guessing something like that happened. We'll find out in a few minutes. What does CRUD stand for? Create, read, update, delete. What does DOM stand for? It is Document Object Model. I almost clicked on method, but I got it right. Model. What does ECMA script stand for? Which is what JavaScript is. It stands for, where is it? European Computer Manufacturing Association script. This one, right, Andrew?
Do you want to know how I picked that one?
How?
Because I didn't clue which one this one was, because I've never looked it up. But I figured out that all you were doing was changing one word for each sentence. So I had to figure out which words were common, the most common between them all.
That's quite clever. That's a really good. That is what I was doing. I was going through changing one word. Oh, damn it! Next time I'll change all the words.
Exactly. You need to make them a bit more different.
What does FOSS stand for? Obviously, it's friendly, but it's free and open source software. What does GUI stand for? Graphical user interface.
It's sort of the robots was better than the acronym round. There you go. And the gaming round end. So the general knowledge was the worst one, was it?
What? Robots was better than acronym. How do I block someone on here?
Everyone likes pictures, though. That's what it is. You didn't have any pictures.
It's true.
You
What?
could do acronyms. That'd be interesting. Let's do memes.
Oh yeah, memes could be a good one. What does WYSIWYG stand for? What you see is what you get.
I'm not quite sure about what you sell is what you get. I mean,
I couldn't think of words. I was struggling, okay? What does IDE stand for? It stands for Integrated Development Environment.
integrated development engineer, I think sounds good.
Right. I got 9. I obviously clicked one wrong.
We did what I did and forgot to save one.
Maybe.
I think you read them all out. You probably didn't save one.
Okay, Andrew, you drive. All yours.
Next round, so I've got to try and remember what these were. So Get Over Here is Mortal Kombat. And that was Scorpion was the character's name, if I remember right. He kind of fires out this, I don't know, not a whip, but like a viper tail. Well, I suppose a scorpion tail is what it is, right? And drags them over to him. Okay, next question. A hero need not speak. When he is gone, the world will speak for him. Now, I believe this was Halo. I might just double check that in the answers so that I don't tell people the wrong thing. I need to go and find the right answer though.
Damn it! I thought it was. I was like, I don't know what Halo is.
The hero need not speak. Let me just check. It was Halo, right? Yes, Halo is the correct one. Cool. This one, I'm sure everybody knows this, right? Everyone must have heard this phrase or played this game at some point, even if just for wanting to see what retro games were like in the 80s.
Hello
Kitty. 80s or 90s?
Yeah. 90s, maybe, yeah.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of gum. Is Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I got one right.
Probably one of the safest things you can write that Duke Nukem has in it. There's a lot of other phrases out there that are not so friendly to put on the internet. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I'm pretty sure the answer was Zelda on this one. So Zelda.
Yes! I played Zelda, so I was going to be sad. I don't remember that being in Zelda, but the others I just wasn't sure.
Well, Zelda is the only one I think I might have. I think I've seen my brother play Max Payne, and I think I've seen other people play Left 4 Dead, like Ethan, I think, has played it. But Zelda, I think, is the only one I've played. So, yeah.
Max Payne, I remember when it first came out, you could like do this slow-mo, and you could like dive across the room and shoot people in slow-mo. That was the only thing I remember about it.
Like slow time, which felt like a bit of a cheat mode to me.
Yeah,
that's right. It was Zelda Satisfactory, yeah. When you're sort of literally starting out the game. Stay a while and listen. So the answer for this is Diablo.
Oh, really?
There's like a storytelling part where they're telling a story about the whole thing before you get. Well, there's, I'll say before. It's probably during the game where you go to one of the villages. Again, I've played Diablo. I have played Assassin's Creed as well, but I haven't really played. I think I played a little Metal Gear Solid and maybe a little Wing Commander many years ago. But yeah. Send Me Out with a Bang. So this was the one that had been used before, and the answer is Halo, which Eddie did pick. Send Me Out with a Bang is Halo.
I was going to pick Duke Nukem, but you said I knew Duke Nukem was correct for the other answer, so I was asking if it could be right in 2 different times. So I just guessed Halo. I had no idea. That was random.
Probably because you got Halo wrong before. You probably didn't pick Halo earlier, right?
I didn't. No, yeah.
So when I said it was the same, you hadn't actually chosen it earlier. Yeah, okay. All your base are belong to us. This is from Zero Wing, and anyone that plays games is a little bit geeky should know the answer to that. It's one of those games where everything's kind of written on the screen, pretty much. Zero
I
wing is the
really thought
correct
it was
answer.
like a Counter Strike sort of capture the flag and all your bases belong to us because you've kind of captured all the bases.
Absolutely. I mean, people have used it in games like that and said it on sort of live streams and stuff in those situations, but no, it's not.
Okay.
Zero wing, a much, much older game. I think that was kind of mid to late 80s. It's a me, Mario, is not from any Mario game at all. It's actually from Assassin's Creed.
Really? It's not in the movie.
I think in some of the Mario games, they did start to use it, like in I think it was a 3D Mario game. They did start to use it, but Assassin's Creed was the first place it got used. Apparently, it
Okay.
was yeah. Well, I say that I'm sure it was in Mario, but it got accredited to Assassin's Creed all over the internet. So no matter how dark the night, the morning always comes. Is Final Fantasy.
I didn't know that at all.
So Final Fantasy A. The next one, Frostmourne Hungers, is B, Warcraft.
Yes! Never played it, but just took a random guess. Well, I didn't think it was going to be
And
Pac-Man or Call of Duty or Tomb Raider, I suppose.
yeah, Deckard Cain, that's it, Diablo, yeah.
Nice. That's the
Cool.
end of that round.
And that time I did hit save, so I got 10. I beat Spectra.
You wrote the questions.
And I wasn't sure about two of them, whether I had them right. I had to go and look one of them up to double check.
Thanks, Dheeraj. Thank you so much for joining. Good luck with your studies and your work. And we'll catch up definitely on a live stream again very soon. I'll see you over the weekend on a live stream.
And I hope everyone, minus a couple of bugs that we need to iron out, enjoyed using the little game platform that we have on the internet.
Yeah, hopefully
We
it was
will
more fun than pen and paper.
Yeah, we'll try and improve the fact that obviously if we hit next round, it hasn't told YouTube yet, so you've got no warning to save. So we will try and do a few things like that to improve the YouTube experience. But by all means, if you want to play around, use it with your friends as well. Play around, add a few quizzes on there. You can do. Just bear in mind it is sort of early alpha, so we may at some point wipe the database. But if it looks like there's a quiz on there that someone hasn't yet played, we'll try and leave it for a day or two before wiping it if we need to. But yeah, we are still working on it. But I think most things data-wise, we've stabilized a lot of it now, apart from, say that there is a bug I need to fix. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to play the quiz if I don't fix how you write stuff. So I'll get that fixed tomorrow when you're creating the questions. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. It's all open source. You can check the open source project for when that fix goes in for the writing questions.
Sounds good. No, but I think it was really useful to see everyone's scores rather than counting up and saying it. I thought it was fun, and
Yeah,
it's good that I could take part and answer your rounds, and you can answer mine, and so forth. And I really hope that other people can, might submit some rounds or submit some subjects, even if they don't want to create the questions. They could maybe submit some subjects for rounds that we could do.
cool.
Sounds good. Well, we've really overshot today, almost double. So we'll leave people in peace. Thank you all so much for joining.
Have a great weekend, great week. See you all soon. Yeah.
We'll see you hopefully before next Friday. If not, we'll see you next Friday.
I don't want to say that just because last week we said that and we never managed to do anything this week.
Oh yeah, that was my fault though. But this week I'm doubling down from tomorrow. Open source, live streaming, so many ideas. Just need to make sure I do them.
Cool.
That's the plan.
Perfect.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.